economics classes for all those nerds out there.
The Thomas Bryant jockstrap, get him out of here!
How does that not indicate to you, like, hey, sometimes, like, these prospects are awesome?
Donald, get back! They snatched that chain, boy. Get back! What's all gonna do about it? Popeye snatched that chain. Get back! We want that snack wrap. They got 3 flavors. Y'all got 1. Get back!
Hey everybody, welcome into the Big Factor here on the Big Play Sports Network, presented by FanDuel. I am Ryan Tyler. He's Jack O'Rourke. He's Nick Padone. I am back, guys, after a few days of a hiatus. Tuesdays, no longer on just because we got too busy, too big of things here at Big Play got going on. But last couple days I have been sick. Unfortunately, as you can tell, my voice still, I sound a little bit strange. Although I do say my voice sounds deeper, which I do appreciate. As a guy with a little bit of a high-pitched voice, sometimes it feels nice to get down there with the deep range. What do you call that? Sopranos?
Yeah, I think
tenor?
so.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
There's a Meghan Trainor
Factor.
song about it.
Weird week for the Factor. No Rob today. I'm out tomorrow, so bye week. We're getting right.
We're like the Browns. Yeah, we're lumping around.
Yeah, we know we got to be better.
Yeah, we gotta be better.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, like Kevin Stefanski says, we got to be better. All right, well, we start here, guys. Tuned in to the Cavaliers yesterday, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Those uniforms, very, very sexy is a word that I've heard thrown around about those retro uniforms. Before we talk about the actual game, Nick, I know you are a big fan of the retro unis, as we all are. You want them to stay permanent.
I think we've reached nirvana on this. Like the Browns figured it out. They just went back to what worked. They tried to get flashy for a minute there. They scrapped it. The Guardians just kind of kept the Indians branding and logos and insignia, and that's gone off without a hitch. Like, they changed a whole name, and people are in an uproar about that. But the actual uniforms themselves, I think, are pretty widely accepted. The Cavs have just had an identity crisis forever. They change uniforms every year. That's part of the NBA. That's more of an NBA problem, not a Cavs problem. But I think you go back to these, Cleveland across the chest. It relates to everybody. You bring that back to white. You bring back the wine. You have those navies as an alternate, and you let that be the main uniform. And then you could still do, the city edition, and you could get crafty with all the different editions of the NBA uniforms that there are, but the base look should be what we saw last night. The base court should be what we saw last night. That Cavaliers logo with the sword. Yeah. Where's the sword in the normal logo? Like that.
There's a Cavalier after all.
Everything about last night, like that. Yes, that needs to be more of. And it's not just like, because I saw some people like, do people just like the nostalgia? Do they like the era that it represents? Well, a little bit, yeah. I mean, that era just also so happened to be when you had the greatest player of all time. Like the Chicago Bulls aren't changing up their uniform because Michael Jordan wore it, and that's iconic. Like LeBron wore those uniforms; they're iconic. They need to be, that's what it needs to be. Whenever they're allowed to change the main uniforms, just go back to those, and you figured it out.
Yeah, I think absolutely, because you mess around like the different eras of Cavs basketball too, where like you go when LeBron comes back and you get like, I never liked those gold jerseys they have when LeBron came back. I don't know if I'm crazy for saying that.
What,
but
those mustard yellow ones?
Yeah, like no. I think you got away from it there. Then like later on in LeBron's tenure, like I know it's just a city edition, but they roll out those like ugly gray jerseys, and then like they go for all the weird like throwbacks with Andre Drummond. They have the ugly city editions with Colin Sexton, like all the different fonts the one year in black. Like it's time to just go back to what always worked for the Cavs, like 100%. My biggest issue with the association from the start is like half the time when I turn on these games, I don't know who's who because every single team wears every single color in the rainbow now.
The Cavaliers released a hype video last night before the game, obviously promoting the retro jerseys. I took a look at it. Nick, you sent it in the chat, and you said you were crying. I don't blame you because it was a thing of beauty. I thought it was funny. I think what they were intending, obviously they were intending to kind of replicate that 2009-10 XL intro. And it was funny because the graphics, it was so 2010s. Like, you look at it, it was like you were watching the first Transformers movie with the CGI, and it's bad. Good for its time, but when you look at it now, it's bad. And it was kind of funny. It was silly. Like, that's what they were going for. They looked like dinosaurs. Stepping over the lake, the bridge, and all of that stuff. Donovan,
Pacific Rim to it,
yeah, coming out of the water like Godzilla.
Yeah, coming out of the Sherwin-Williams billboard, because that would have been
their intention. Correct, was kind of the graphics, the
Yeah,
CGI
when
and
they came out
animation,
of the form, that was sick.
the CGI and animation kind of was bad, but that was kind of the intent, right?
Right. Like
Yeah.
they recreated, that was the old intro video in 2009 was, to our time. Like the song was the same. They just recreated what the players were doing. Like it was perfect. Everything about last night was perfect. Like go back to that and embrace that era of Cavs basketball. Like that there's nothing wrong with embracing eras where you had success.
So then let me ask you this. What is the reason, or at least that you believe that? Why don't we go back to that?
Because I think we live in this dystopian, everything has to be minimalist, world where like...
What was that movie, The Giver?
Yeah, like they've probably,
Great pull, Ryan.
They've got marketing people that are making $250,000 salaries that sit in big glass offices and pay advertising agencies, 7 figures to create these minimal logos that give subtle hat tips to these old days, but like they're just make this like nobody is complaining about this. And Orlando just did it right. Like Orlando Magic went back to
like the
Magic with the star, the Penny Hardaway era. Like just go back to this.
It does look so fantastic, and they redid all of their social media pages, and they obviously have all of the retro logos. It really is.
I do have one before we get into the actual game as well, because I saw this a little bit on Twitter and Instagram. What were your guys' thoughts on Ira Newble being referred to as a legend? Love Ira Newble, but I thought the wording was a little bit funny there. I think a lot of people were picking up on that.
I think it's fair. Ira Newble,
I'll be honest.
Cult legend.
Who is that?
There's my point. I think he put up like 5, 2, and 1 over 4 years on the Cavs.
I'm not being facetious and funny. I honestly don't know who that is.
Come on.
And he was like a bench
name?
guy when LeBron was here the first time. Ira Newble, IRA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. So I don't know him.
He wasn't
Cavs
for people our age.
cult guy.
Yeah, cult guy.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's not even like a deli or anything.
I would say that
though.
he's a legend. Nah, I'd say he's a legend. People love Ira Newble.
But like Booby's a legend in that kind of realm. I don't think Ira Newble is.
Booby had like a
sent us to the
Booby had like a
finals,
season-saving moment when it mattered most. Ira Newble was just around for a really long time and just a really fun role player. Like, there's nothing more to it.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, what do you say we talk about the actual game that took place on the court? Just as beautiful as the jerseys, the Cavaliers get a win over the 76ers, 132-121. Cleveland now 4th in the Eastern Conference at 5-3. Ahead of them, Chicago 6-1. Detroit 6-2. New York as well 5-3. Donovan Mitchell 46 points. That's the season high for him. 8 assists, 4 rebounds, I believe. Garland, he is back on the court. Allen poured in 24, 1-10. Mobley with 23, 3-5. Good day for the core 4. I want to ask you this, Nick, because the hot topic is Evan Mobley taking that transition to becoming the Cavaliers' best player. A lot of people I've heard made the argument that is when the Cavaliers can really win a championship, is when Evan Mobley becomes the best player on the floor. But when you see Donovan Mitchell play like he did yesterday, is it possible? Is it even possible that Evan Mobley can be better than Donovan Mitchell?
I don't know. I think that whole conversation about Mobley being better than Donovan, like that's what you need to take place in a 7-game series where you're facing up against the same team every night. And that's when, basketball really turns into a chess match because it's who's defending who, you're switching on what. Like that's when you need Evan to really break through and to help some of Donovan's just natural inabilities because of the size, being smaller. Like I think in a 7-game series, you need Evan to be better than Donovan Mitchell, but over 82, I just don't think that it can happen because Donovan is really good. Kenny Atkinson said it last night. Name a guard in the East better than Donovan Mitchell right now. It's really difficult to do. To think that they've had all of these injuries to start the season, obviously get a good bit of help last night with Darius making his return and Jared Allen making his return. Donovan Mitchell's usage right now is the lowest that it's been since his rookie year. Wow. So, to get that kind of performance as the usage has been down, he knew that that's what they needed. The first half was a little bit weird. They had a really difficult time closing out that second quarter, and then third quarter on, it was just the Donovan Mitchell show.
Well, what did you make of Darius Garland's return to the NBA floor this season for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Darius, 26 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists, just 3 for 11 shooting, but it's more about the facilitation, I believe.
And more just like the Cavs looked like the Cavs when DG was on the floor. Like there's nothing wrong, and like they were hovering around 500 without him to start the year in a really small sample size. Nothing wrong about being a better team when your all-star point guard's on the floor. Like it is really that simple. I do think the scoring uptick will come for Darius. Obviously, he just didn't really need to do a lot, and the shot wasn't falling, so Donovan was able to take over and be the hero of the night. But it's a feather in Kobe Altman's cap, really, of what they've built here, that like on any given night through this 82 game marathon to get to the playoffs, which is what we all really care about, it can be anybody's night. Last night, it just so happened to be Jared Allen and Donovan Mitchell. On Friday, it could very well be Darius and Evan. But that kind of consistency is what you need to show up in the postseason. Like over the last 3 postseasons, it's just been Donovan Mitchell and nobody else. So you need somebody else to show up in a 7-game series. And I think like what we saw last night shows that like, okay, Darius can have a slower return to basketball if you're going to get that kind of contribution from JA. But we know we've got enough sample size of Jared Allen basketball that you can't rely on him to do what he did last night, especially when the other team isn't starting some guy named Adam Bona, because they just have no depth when Joel Embiid doesn't play.
I was going to say, too, I think it's crazy how much more Warriors-esque it looks when you get a guy like Darius Garland back. Like when you have both of them, him and Donovan, like running around like hooligans off the ball, and like it just creates, there's just so much havoc going on. And you like the extra pass, you find a guy for an open 3, and also just like the depth, even like kind of moving Lonzo back into a role that he's been more comfortable with at times in his NBA career. Like Lonzo comes in, like has a feel for the game immediately, hits Mobley on 2 open passes, and Mobley bangs 2 threes, and like showing that he can help too, even if he's not scoring. Like overall, I think it just lengthens the team so much. Even like I know you get Merrill and Allen back plus Garland, but like not having Hunter and Strus too, like there's still so much depth on this team.
Real quick, what did you guys make of Donovan Mitchell's inspiration for pouring in 46 points? A 2K player.
I think we all have those moments in life, right?
Really
We're just
funny.
like, yeah, like I think it's awesome. Clay comes out to he's like, yeah, like guess he hadn't seen any highlights in a little bit. Maybe that was true. Maybe that wasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna give him some snipe. I hope that kid or adult, because I think Donovan didn't specify the age of who was on the mic with him.
I don't believe he knew.
I don't think he knew, but I hope they get matched up on my park again, because if that's what it takes to get Donnie doing that, then I'll do it every single night.
Some kid rage baited Donovan Mitchell into putting up 46.
Hire him, right? You have to get him on the staff.
Fighting the Unk allegations 1 game at a time. Well, I'm next with Cleveland Cavaliers. Friday, they play at 7 p.m. an NBA Cup game, matter of fact, against the 1-7 lowly Washington Wizards. All right, we're going to flip over to Cleveland Browns, but before we do that, I got to tell you about my friends at Garage Beer. Garage Beer comes in just 2 flavors, Classic Light Lager, as well as that Classic Lime. No frills, no bitterness, no IPAs. It's just beer the way you want beer to taste, and that is beer-flavored beer. So scan that QR code now or go give the website a visit, drinkgaragebeer.com, to find local retailers who sell garage beer near you. Again, that is drinkgaragebeer.com. Well, honestly, one of my favorite activities, guys, because for the Cleveland Browns, I should specify, because we don't really get postseason play, no. But mock drafts is a big topic in Cleveland. I like to have a garage
We're back,
beer.
baby.
Come on, clap it up.
It took until November 6th for us to do a mock draft on the show. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. I've done them individually before this about a month ago.
Same.
But on the show.
Charge.
Nothing better than drinking a garage beer and doing a couple mock drafts, see what we can cook up. But when we start here, we got a couple here. Mel Kiper, Field Yates. Jack, I'm going to assume this was on First Draft, by the way, a show hosted by Greeny with Mel Kiper and Field Yates. I absolutely am a big fan of. I think they do a tremendous job. They do it year-round. I believe this is what this mock draft is from, their latest one, where they have the Cleveland Browns taking none other than at number 6, a quarterback, Dante Moore out of Oregon.
6 overall, huh? You're going to need to lose a couple more games here. I like Dante Moore. I'm not going to pretend like I've, done a ton of work yet on these prospects just because I've been dealing with the absolute dumpster fire in front of me that is Browns football every single week and every single day, really, now that we're running Browns on SI and all of that as well. But I like what I've seen out of him during his time at Oregon. I think that effectively creating a quarterback room of Dante Moore and Dylan Gabriel would be a little bit humorous. But ultimately, like, it's the most important position in sports. If you don't have one, you don't have anything. I think you used your mulligan in the first round last year. Hate to say it. You weren't able to trade up to get Cam Ward. That probably looks like a good thing because he hasn't been too fantastic. You weren't able to trade back in for Jackson Dart, and there are reports out there that the Browns were trying to trade back in for Jackson Dart. So you used your mulligan last year. Like, push comes to shove, even if they don't absolutely love one of these kids, kind of feel like you gotta take your medicine this draft and just pick one, fall in love with it. And I'll be honest, guys, and I wish Rob was here because I know he'd probably appreciate me saying this. On November 6th, since we're doing our first mock draft and all that, I'm ready to say I think my path forward, like, play out the string, whatever, you got 9 games. I think it's probably time to part ways with Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, regardless of how this ends, because to force a marriage between Kevin Stefanski and any of these quarterbacks, whether it's Dante Moore or whether it's Fernando Mendoza, whatever, Kevin would immediately be on the hot seat in 2026. If things don't...
It'd be like a Hugh where you get 4 games of Baker and then you're gone.
If things don't immediately look good with Dante Moore or whoever the quarterback would be, then Kevin's going to be gone, and you've then wasted another season of Browns football, where if you get a new head coach, if you get a new GM, they decide on their quarterback, it's all fresh. Everybody's coming in brand new with this new quarterback. The Browns, unlike any other team, are so hyper-focused on quarterback, and they've yet to solve it. I think you let a new coach, a new GM, a new quarterback all come in together, and it's just a fresh slate for everybody.
And Nick, I think too, you mentioned something about mulliganing last year on quarterback, right? And I think that's exactly why they had Dante Moore going where he did to the Browns in this draft, because most other mock drafts don't have Dante Moore going in the top 10 at this point of the year. But I think there was a runoff early, I believe, of Mendoza and Simpson. Ryan, could you confirm that in that draft?
Sorry, say it again.
Did Mendoza and Simpson in that mock draft went prior to Dante Moore, correct? I think I have the names there.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up.
Okay, yeah. So I think that was what incited the third quarterback going in the top 10. And yeah, so I guess that would be the reasoning, was you don't want to mulligan again because there's not many other first-round caliber quarterbacks this year. But for me personally, I don't hold grudges. That's one thing about me, is I don't hold grudges. However, Dante Moore did decommit from Notre Dame about 4 years ago. So hoping for Ty Simpson.
I am allowed to change my mind, as we all are as people.
Yeah.
I'm all in on John Gruden for the Cleveland Browns, if that's possible. If I don't
knock on wood if you're with me
with the lawsuit, but seriously, I really am. Like,
going on.
Just on the surface level, and we can get into the football X's and O's when the time gets closer for a coaching search and all that. But just from the standpoint of, man, talk about somebody that fires you up. Talk about somebody that lives and breathes football. That is just pure emotion. Kind of the anti-Kevin Stefanski. Now, I'm not saying everything about Kevin Stefanski you need to be anti to work out, because there are things I think Kevin Stefanski does very well, but there are certain things that he certainly doesn't do well that I think John Gruden would do better. But anyway,
and also John Gruden has been linked to the Tennessee head coaching job for decades. Not that it's open right now. Coach Heupel is doing a great job out there, but who loves Tennessee?
Wow.
Uncle Jimmy.
Wow, that would be something. But we're talking about this mock draft. So in this one, Fernando Mendoza, Indiana, goes number 1 to New Orleans. No surprise there. Now, are my eyes deceiving me? Is this a linebacker in Arvell Reese going number 2 to the Tennessee Titans?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They were giving Micah comps. And that guy's pretty good.
Wow. Ty Simpson, number 3 to the New York Jets. Caleb Downs, number 4 to the Miami Dolphins.
So many Buckeyes.
And another Buckeye that has just risen up.
It's all Buckeyes.
Wow. Carnell Tate in the top 5.
Like the astronaut. The astronaut Earth meme. Like it was always it's always Buckeyes. It's all Buckeyes in there.
Wow. And then we mentioned Dante Moore, number 6 to the Cleveland Browns. I see Spencer Fennell, offensive tackle to the Las Vegas Raiders. Is this Michael Woods, or excuse me, Peter Woods from
Peter
Clemson,
Woods.
A defensive interior lineman. McCoy.
It's Jamin is his first name, I believe.
What is he?
He's a cornerback. He's a cornerback.
I was going to say, if it's since he drafted him, he better damn well be defense. All right, anyway, we go to the Athletics. Nick's Bumgarner, his mock draft for the Cleveland Browns. He's the Browns picking number 8. So he has them winning a couple more games.
Oh, no.
But in this one,
thinks that's not good.
But in this one, he has number 8 available. He wouldn't have been available in the Kuiper Yates one. Ty Simpson, another quarterback, this one from Alabama. Have to do more digging into the quarterbacks.
I'll be honest.
But I'm a fan of Ty Simpson. From a pure standpoint of throwing the football, He looks real good. Alabama's passing offense is one of the best units in the entire country. Ty Simpson, after what we thought was going to be the beginning of a rough year, losing to Florida State, they've completely flipped the script. Kalen DeBoer has done awesome, and Ty Simpson is the reason why.
Yeah, and here's the other piece of it, right? We do this every year, and maybe at some point I'll have a flag plant of these guys, Dante Moore, or Ty Simpson, or Fernando Mendoza.
There's no rush.
You need
rush.
We got a lot of college football left.
No rush. And here's the reality of it. They just need to pick one. They literally just need to pick one, and build everything around it. Like, I hate to say it because it traditionally would want your GM to scout his guy the way that John Dorsey fell in love with Patty Mahomes for the Chiefs, and then Baker Mayfield here in Cleveland, and call his shot and take his guy. You just need one, and you need him to work. And if he doesn't work, guess what? It's a rookie quarterback, and you're going to be back in the well in 3 or 4 years to pick another one. You just need to pick
Baumgartner, who did the article, also said he thinks that there's a good chance that Simpson does project to eventually be the most day one ready quarterback and could even go 1-1. So
he looks tremendous. But and again, there's just so much that can happen. Let me ask you guys this. This just popped in my head last year. Had Will Howard not went on a phenomenal playoff run, would he have gone undrafted?
Probably.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
So that is a firm yes.
Point being, so much can change. There's so much college football left.
Yep.
All right.
This time last year, people had Quinn Ewers as a second or third round pick. You went in the second.
Oh, there were some drunk people with Carson Beck still in mock drafts this time last year.
Yeah. At number 18. So we say 2 picks for the Athletics, Nick Baumgartner. Chris Bell, wide receiver out of Louisville. He's been rising up draft boards. Listen, again, similar to quarterback, you're going to see mock drafts where the Browns take a quarterback and a wide receiver, or potentially they pass on a quarterback. But wide receiver seems to always be in the mix in the first round with one of those first 2 picks, as it should be. This would be the first-round investment in a wide receiver, I want to say, since Corey Coleman.
Yeah.
Back in, when was that,
16.
Okay, so a little bit, honestly, a little bit earlier.
A decade.
Than I thought it was.
Yeah. It's a decade.
A decade. I know. It's crazy to think 2016 was a decade ago.
Run your routes, Corey.
Chris Bell, Cornell Tate, Denzel Boston. Who am I missing? There's one of the receivers.
Jalen Tyson, or not Jalen, Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson. I forgot that because that might be my favorite pick of all. Him and Cornell Tate.
They were both off the board.
One
in
of
this
those
mock,
guys is going to continue to be mocked to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and I think this kid from Louisville too is if you look at his last couple of weeks, he kind of took off in the latter half of their season last year. I think he went for 150 against Stanford when they actually got upset. Comes out this year had a shaky first few weeks, and then the 3 toughest games on Louisville's set this year were the 3 weeks in a row where they had Pitt, the U, and Virginia, who are all ranked right now, right? And I think he averaged somewhere 9 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown over that stretch. He's been solid since then. I think teams are starting to game plan for him more than I forget the name of Louisville's other good receiver. He's a grad student. But I think the game plan is starting to center more around him on the outside. But so, yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a really cool one, though, to see he starts to shoot up boards. Because I think he's 6'2", 6'3", so he's a little bit of size to him, too.
He's listed on ESPN at the least. Take it for what you will. No, those are never accurate. 6'2", 220. Yazoo City, Missouri. I believe that's MS, right? Missouri? MS?
Yes. Yes.
Yazoo City, Missouri.
No, it's Mississippi. Missouri's MO.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you for that. 2024, 43 catches, 737 yards, 4 touchdowns this year so far, 56 receptions, 743 yards, and 6 touchdowns. You got Miller Moss throwing him the ball. How about that, Louisville?
Miller Moss is a can.
All right, guys, we're not done talking about the Cleveland Browns. I didn't have the opportunity to really discuss with you guys when the whole thing happened. Tommy Rees, Kevin Stefanski relinquishing play calling to OC Tommy Rees. Matt Fontana, we recorded this morning. He goes out at 7 p.m. tonight. Excuse me. He made a good point. This might be history. I don't know. We needed some analytics guys, the analytics nerds, to come and verify it for me. Has NFL team or NFL head coach specifically, have they ever given up plays 2 years
Twice.
in a row?
Probably not.
Probably not.
That's not very. It's
usually if it doesn't go well the first time, you should get fired.
It's unique, but again, everything about the Cleveland Browns is unique.
Yeah, there's not much about it that makes sense. The more time that goes by, the more I just can't make sense of this. I don't see how this turns to be a positive for Kevin Stefanski unless the team just goes on a crazy bender and starts winning games, and then this will all just be a happy, blurry memory. But if this goes sour again, like what it did with Ken Dorsey, where even though the offense was better, you still lost a good bit of those games. It's gonna turn to be a situation where, okay, this was your offense this time. Like last time, it was the zombified version of the offense where Ken Dorsey was trying to get the most out of Deshaun Watson. So, okay, it made sense giving it to him. But like this time, like we said, we were getting back to your offense and then you hand it off and it still don't look right. Like that's going to create more questions. So there's a lot of pressure on Sunday's game, really, against a bad Jets team that just traded away Quinnen Williams, that just traded away Sauce Gardner. Like, if you can't make some strides offensively after you had a bye week and then you make changes and Dylan Gabriel's still QB1, so you got the cohesion there, like, this thing starts snowballing really fast.
This would be a rock bottom type loss, I think, on Sunday. I think we can hit that.
1,000%.
But it'd be a good loss. I hate to say it. After we just read these mock drafts, it'd be a good loss.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. Like, and I just said this literally an hour ago on Fontana Show. Like, I very rarely will I ever be like, this is a must win when it's a game on the road. Right, especially given the Browns' history of winning games on the road. It's been since what, week 2?
Week 2 last year,
and that was
Ryan.
In Jacksonville.
That's gotta be the longest streak in NFL, right?
In Jacksonville, I remember
right?
that Deshaun Watson, started and won that game. Like, I don't say that lightly because it's not easy to win on the road. I don't care, however good the team is, bad the team is, etc. Like, it's tough to win on the road, but the Jets are actively just got rid of their 2 best players on their defense.
They're trying to lose.
They don't even know who's starting
clear
at quarterback,
tanking.
whether that's the 3D chess or not. Like, it's Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor. They don't got some gunslinger there. You got a good defense. You should be able to hold them. They're not a great team. You can't go ahead and lose this game. There's just no reason in hell you should go ahead and lose this game. You absolutely can't do it.
Hanford Dixon of the Top Dog Show came out and said that he thinks the Jets were comfortable moving on from Sauce Gardner because they knew that we were no threat to move the football. Passing, which I thought was really, really funny.
That's funny, but obviously they weren't looking that short term.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't get the chance to talk about the deadline, but does it scare you guys Tommy Rees never called plays in the NFL?
I mean, I think it has to a little bit if he's going to be an NFL play caller, right? But I mean, hey, like everyone has to do it for the first time. I'm sure Andy Reid had to do it for the first time once back in the day.
At this point, hey, pull the frigging guy out of the stands that stands there with the Denny's menu and the PlayStation headset.
Do you remember the fan-led football league that Johnny Manziel played in? The 1 year where you could vote like halfback draw, slants. Like, what if you just did that the rest of the year?
Wait. Hold up. Johnny Manziel actually played football in a league where the fans picked the plays?
Yeah, yes. Fan-controlled football.
There was I think there was a couple
he was
other...
that... the word's not blackballed because he did it to himself.
It wasn't blackballed. It was the fact that he was dead poor from his gambling debts, and I'm sure he needed a couple bones.
Yeah, like he
fucked up his career that bad. He was doing fan-generated
there's documentary upon documentaries if you want to explore.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, the fan-controlled football. I think
was that what it was called, too? He didn't even have, a cool name.
He only ever played, I think, in, 1 or 2 games, and I watched it. It was the wonkiest thing that you've ever seen. It was indoors. So it was like...
I gotta find this shit.
It was arena football where the fans call the plays. And,
which is actually a great idea.
And it's not like they're really calling the plays. Like, they kind of just pick between 2, and it always defaults to be,
it's
what
McDonald's,
the smart...
you pick 2.
First down, they run the ball. Second down, they throw it. So, it wasn't really, 1st and 10, and you got a flea flicker. It wasn't really anything that cool, but...
Did you guys see that UMass doing?
He played 2 seasons.
On the first play and it messed up.
He played 2 seasons in this league.
Yeah, but I think
that's ridiculous.
He was rostered for 2 seasons, but look into it. He only played in a handful of games.
That's incredible. I honestly did not know that was a thing. That sounds like a Black Mirror episode. Jerome Ford.
What are we doing?
Reposting videos on TikTok. I saw Nick. You reposted something from Brad.
Because the one that I posted was hilarious.
So let's think.
He posted.
Is he reposting that as
for people that don't know, Ryan?
Yeah.
Jerome Ford on his TikTok is reposting videos of people complaining about their job, and saying that they don't like their job or that they're unhappy at work. The funniest one by far is the one that's titled, "I chronically do not care about my job."
Now,
well, here's the thing that I hate about that, though, is Jerome Ford had to literally take a pay cut just to be on this roster. What are you complaining about? You should be high-fiving every single fan at practice. You're on the roster still. Good. You should be happy.
I mean, you're getting paid $1 million fully to do guaranteed to be a part-time running back.
Now, is this something, and obviously we don't know the answer to this, is this something where he's actually reposting that? I think that's the term on TikTok, reposting.
Yeah.
About the Browns, or
he doesn't work at East Coast Custard on the side,
right,
so
but
it's got to be.
But my point being is, I'll still repost something about making fun of working in food service because of how awful it is. Because Nick, I worked at Brumos made thousands of pizzas in my life. I feel like that's what I've done my whole life. you know, I would still repost. I mean, that's my active job. The optics still aren't great. Like you're not. You know what people are going to pick up in the story that's going to run with
multiple of them. Like it wasn't like, oh, I hate my job making pizzas. Like it was multiple like philosophical
I don't like work.
TikToks about like my mental state if I stayed in my current work position for another 5 years, and it was like some guy that had just gone crazy.
You're like, well, dude, what happened to throwing your helmet? Or calling out a coach, so, you know?
Well, that's really effectively what this is. Like, you know, we've heard that like the Kevin Stefanski still has the ear of the vets in the locker room, and he hasn't lost the locker room. And
go check the reposts, Kev.
Yeah, go check the reposts of Jerome
Ford's TikToks like telling him, hey, Kev.
I wondered like. We'll see Sunday. If guys are checked out, if guys are chronically not caring about their job, we'll find out Sunday against the Jets.
Or if there are two things that I would be like, give Kevin an extension. It is either Jerome Ford plays every single snap like Montario Hardesty in the preseason the 1 year, or you just straight up bench him, don't play him at all. I would love that.
You know, Kevin doesn't bench players. It's weird.
Well, he kind of benched DeWand, or didn't he, in Baltimore?
Wait, didn't he say it was
easy? That was the Heat.
It was
it was the Heat. Yeah, it was the Heat. Yeah.
I mean, I watched Kadarius.
It was the climate in the Burke studio.
But he said, "You're going right back out there, Kadarius." Jack, I don't know what this is about, so I'm gonna ask you. It's used in the show notes.
Yeah.
Tony Grossi asking Dylan Gabriel if he has an issue passing downfield.
Yeah, I just thought this was really funny, to be honest. I don't have much to build on it, but just I don't know if you saw the clip, but Tony Grossi was very matter-of-factly asks Dylan Gabriel, like, hey, do you have an issue throwing the football downfield? Which I was just like, I can't believe we're at a point. I know that he's gone back and forth with Browns quarterbacks before, but he asked that. He asked Jerry Jeudy if he thought that Dylan Gabriel could see him downfield. Like,
He asked Kevin that as well.
Oh, he asked Kevin that too? I mean, it's just getting spooky.
So it was the same question. You know, he's trying to get a story out. But it's funny just because, like, of course,
he's like Ryan, can you throw the ball downfield? Like that's basically what it was.
I mean, shit.
But Dylan, what do you think of Dylan's answer?
It's a fair question.
What did you think of his answer though?
What was his answer?
It was just a non-answer.
Well, it was like there's some things like we're working through, I'm working through, we got to be better. Like even if you haven't done it once in the NFL, he did throw a little Kevin in it. He did throw a little Kevin in it. Even if you haven't done it yet in the NFL, if you're like an NFL player, the supreme confidence you have to have. We've seen the videos of Dylan Gabriel singing "Sexy Red" in his car. Like the guy's got his confidence. You got to like laugh that off or say something. You can't just take that one on the chin.
All right, before we move on, do a little Cleveland Browns trivia, do our FanDuel parlay of the day, head out of here. I need your guys' help because, like I said, I've been down, bedridden for the last couple days, not been feeling the best. Obviously, you can tell by my voice. What's going on with Shedeur Sanders? He's got back problems?
I don't know.
Is he the word on the streets?
The conspiracy.
Just another
conspiracy.
How many Shedeur gates have we had this year?
Oh my goodness! It's every other week.
Is it like 9?
It's every other week.
Already declare?
It's back tightness.
Back tightness? Okay, that's classic. Can we already declare that the Baker Bros, the Johnny football hype, like Shedeur Sanders is king of it, like king of not to his detriment. It's not his fault.
No,
but it's just the attention, the fans. The Shedeur stands.
I think it's fair, especially just because like he hasn't played. So like the Baker Bros, it was like okay, he's playing. You know,
he just ruined Christmas. What do you want? He starts throwing 4 picks against the Packers.
He ruins Christmas. Then you've got all these people from Oklahoma like blowing you up, and it's like, all right, Baker. Come on, like you guys are 2 hours behind in the middle of nowhere. Like let us.
You're in Norman.
So. That was different because he was actually on the field. Like this is weird because to think that they have been as relentless. How about that for a word? Since the draft, they haven't let up. They haven't let up through. Shedeur was the 4th quarterback on the depth chart. At times 5th when they brought Snoop Huntley in for camp.
Yeah,
they've stayed true to themselves all the way through him being the backup. Like. I'm excited for the Buffs to have their day. I think that's what we're calling them. I think we're calling them the Buffs.
The Herd.
The Herd. I'm ready for the Shemafia, the Shedeur Sanders army to have their day. I really am. Like I'm excited to see how crazy those people could get when he actually gets on the field.
That's what I don't get about Jimmy Haslam though, and why Shedeur Sanders is not on the field yet. Is like if you draft this guy where you did, they knew all this was going to happen. They knew it would be a new story every single week, a new circus, a new thing that everyone has to answer to. You don't draft that kind of an issue unless he's going to go on the field. And I just want to know when he's going to be on the field at this point.
But it hasn't been like
it's not him. It's not like Shedeur doing it. No, but they knew this would happen though.
I don't know that they did.
How stupid could they be?
Like, I think
how stupid could they be?
They probably thought, like, if you could bring Shador in and you could get him to behave as he has, you know,
Yeah,
and
he's awesome.
No Twitch streams, you know, no rap videos, like literally just football, doing the right thing. Outside of the 2 speeding tickets and the mime thing, like people haven't really had.
The mime thing was funny.
And the mime thing was, objectively hilarious.
That was really
like,
funny.
If you got mad at the mime thing, like you just hate fun. Like, so really, I think they probably thought, like, as long as he's not speeding and as long as he's not being Shemaim, like people won't have that much to be mad about. But then the buffs just gave people, you know, ammunition to get mad about with the conspiracies and stuff. So I don't know. Like, I think they probably miscalculated that the same way they miscalculate pretty much everything that they do.
Grossly miscalculated.
I want to throwback. I want to give a shout out to on Twitter. I always see this guy pop up talk about Shador. Dalvin the Truth. Is anybody familiar?
He's one of the buffs. I see him.
So he might be the ringleader of the buffs. And I want to give him a shout out because I always see him and he makes me laugh. Like just the stuff he says.
Because I love how into it they are.
And he said it's something. He said, man, Dylan Gabriel's the luckiest motherfucker alive because the Jets just traded him and he thinks he's gonna play well. So just shout out Dalvin the Truth. I think he's the ringleader of the buffs, if that's what we're gonna call him.
Hey, what's funny, man? People made fun of. I remember.
Yeah, I gotta get him on the show.
Yeah. Come on this show because I remember
we're
I'm
pro
sure
Shador.
he sees that like people are making fun of him and stuff for being like so nuts about Shador. There was this guy I'll never forget, Chad P, who was like insane Baker bro. Like he had the jersey in every color. He had the Oklahoma jerseys. Like he was all in on Baker, and people pretty much bullied that guy off the internet. When he like had his bad Christmas Day game, like that Chad P is just nowhere to be found. But Chad P was right. They should have got Baker.
Dude, that was so. I had this teacher. I had this teacher in college who was like literally the biggest Baker bro of all time. This is like past when he was off the Browns. Like he hated the Browns for the Deshaun thing. Like he had Bucks gear. He had a Baker Bucks jersey. Like, and me and my buddy Jimmy, who you guys have met before, would just like absolutely shit on him. Just total like Baker's not the answer. It's not gonna work out in Tampa Bay.
Right.
Like, but dude, our senior, this is under 2 years ago. Our senior year project was like a 10-minute documentary explaining why Baker did not work in Cleveland and why he would never work in Tampa Bay. Like just like total trolling, but like because I'm so happy I don't have that class anymore because I'd be dead.
My next 2 guests, or my dream guests, are Dalvin the Truth to come on and talk about Shador, and was it Chad P?
Chad dude,
P.
we got him.
His redemption arc needs to start.
I'll be honest though, I think Chad P blocked me throughout all of it because I was not.
Were you instigating?
No, I wasn't instigating. I was out on.
Throwing up. There wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I was out on Baker like everybody else. He ruined Christmas.
He did ruin
but
Christmas.
I'm willing to.
Bah humbug.
Chad P was right. Chad P was right.
Print the shirts, Cody.
The Baker Bros were right, and I'm fearing the Buffs are gonna be right. As crazy as they are, Dalvin the Truth is probably telling the truth.
When Aaron Rodgers retires and we like cut Shador before the season next year and he goes to the Steelers and he wins like 5 Super Bowls, we're gonna be so fucking miserable.
Oh man,
and we'll be able to say Dalvin the Truth.
That's Dalvin the Truth and Chad P.
Listen to him.
Clip this, Jack. I need you to clip it and send it out to him. What I was saying earlier, we need to get him on.
Sweet.
All right, running out of time here on the Big Factor. Jack, Low Browns trivia. I love it. I've been loving this segment. We've been hot. No Rob today, but we'll see if me and Nick can put our brains together and do good on this.
Okay, only 2 questions today, but they're a little bit tougher for you guys.
All right.
So the first one, guys, there are 6 Cleveland Browns that have come in second for the team lead in sacks since Myles Garrett debuted back in 2017.
Ooh, wow.
Can you name his 6 Robins?
I like the way you put that. 6 Robin. Okay.
Olivier Vernon.
Yes, he's on there.
Okay, Jadeveon? Probably
Yes.
not. I was just saying, I'm not
That
sure
is
if he-
2020 and 2021.
Jadeveon, Olivier Vernon we have.
Yes.
Zedarius?
He's 23 and 24. You're missing 2017.
His rookie year.
And then
Right?
18, 19 is a person, and
Emmanuel
22 is a person.
Agba.
Agba is 2017.
Wow.
So you guys
what-
are
I'm sorry, what years
missing
were we
19, 18, 19, and 22.
Okay, 22 more recently. 22, Deshaun.
22 was the
suspension year?
I would have. It was the suspension year, but
Yeah.
I would have never gotten this. I remember the name, but I would have this is a great pull if you get it.
So is it an edge?
Yeah, he was an edge. I want to say he came from the NFC South. Maybe I'm just leading you guys wild.
It's the dude that was on Tack McKinley.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking of the wrong person because that's who I was thinking of.
So it's not Tack McKinley.
No, but this guy was an edge. The other guy's a D tackle.
Is it Obo Okoronkwo?
No.
A D tackle.
D tackle is 18-19.
Is Jernard Avery?
No.
A D tackle is both 18 and 19.
Yeah.
Same guy?
Same guy.
Oh, D tackle.
For that one, the other one's edge, the later
Oh,
one.
okay.
What's D tackle am I missing? You said Emmanuel Agba.
Yeah.
I remember this D tackle had a game where he had 3 sacks and he did like a hat trick celebration.
That's kind of tough.
And he's a homie hopper.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Ogunjobi.
Oh,
Yes,
Ogunjobi.
Ogunjobi.
That's what I couldn't think of.
18-19.
And then
Let me see where this guy played
And in
besides the Browns.
2022.
So we're missing what?
We're missing a 2022.
Oh, this guy was
edge.
also okay, he's an end. He played for the Jaguars and Colts besides the Browns.
What?
He spent 1 year here. And then just signed somewhere else after that year.
2022?
I mean, 3 sacks was enough to be second on the Browns.
Isaac Rochelle.
No, but that's the type of swing.
Colts.
This guy was a first-round pick in 2018 and went to Florida.
Oh man.
First round pick.
I'm going to try and see what number he wore on the Browns for you guys.
2018 first round pick and went to Florida.
Oh, I remember this guy. Now I see the guy. I remember him.
It's not Chad Thomas.
No,
'cause
this
he's
guy
not a
wore
first-round
number
pick.
99 on the Browns. He's a white dude.
Cam Thomas?
No.
A white dude?
Do you want his initials?
He's white?
Yeah.
Give me the initials.
That's the most shocking
Give
part.
me the initials.
TB.
Oh, Taven Bryant.
Taven Bryan.
I don't even remember him.
I remember him.
Wow. Okay, it makes me feel better because I would have never gotten that. I thought.
Okay, guys. Now we're going for the ultimate. I really wish we could call in Chad P for this one, guys. We're doing it, guys. Name every single Cleveland Brown that Baker Mayfield threw a touchdown pass to.
Oh God.
DPJ.
How many are
And
there?
I will be
How many
crossing
are
off.
there?
Wait, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 19. And DPJ is correct.
Oh my God, this is gonna take
19.
forever.
This is gonna take forever, Jeff.
No, you guys got it.
All right, so let's just go. I'm creating a list, Ryan, so we don't repeat it.
Okay.
So let's go DPJ.
Are you
Yep.
doing it on the dock?
No, I'm not in the doc. I'm just on onlinenotepad.org.
I'm crossing off names as
slash
well.
no.
I'll
Notepad.
do it too.
All right, so I got DPJ,
Yep.
Hollywood Higgins,
Yep.
Jarvis Landry,
Yep.
OBJ.
Odell Beckham,
Yep.
Njoku.
yep, David Njoku. I'll throw in Darren Fells.
Darren Fells is correct.
Jerome Ford.
Jerome Ford
No.
is not on there.
Okay.
Kareem Hunt,
Kareem Hunt is number 4.
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb is on there.
Antonio Callaway.
Yep.
Antonio Callaway is on there.
Harrison Bryant.
Harrison Bryant is on there.
All right, I think that's 10, Ryan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10. Okay. Think of Carlos Hyde.
No.
Hmm.
Lots of tight ends and running backs from here on out.
Okay.
You got most of the receivers. Not all, but most.
Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson's on there.
Is he?
I know it's hard to remember if these they clashed.
Yeah,
the
the
time.
Well, they had the train thing. Remember, like get out.
Yeah,
Like what would Baker say? Like get off the train if you're not. Yeah,
Tight ends.
Seth DeValve.
is on there.
Wow. Good pull.
Not Devin Kajust.
No.
So more tight ends and running backs.
You have 4 tight ends left.
Holy moly!
You have 2 receivers and 1 left tackle.
One was Benjamin Watson.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, it was before, obviously.
Here's a random receiver pull that I definitely think had Jamarcus Bradley.
Did not have a touchdown.
How many
Damn it.
receivers do we still need?
You need 2. One of them was like a number 5 who had like a...
Kadero Hodge.
Yep.
Wow. Schwartz, did you ever catch one?
Schwartz did not.
Go figure.
Yeah. Oh, here's a no-brainer tight end. Shoot, I'm blanking on his name. He just played as Austin Hooper.
Hooper.
Oh yeah. So how many? 1, 2, 3.
You're getting pretty close here.
14. So can you break us down number by positions we need?
Okay, so you need 1, 2, 3 tight ends.
Oh, I've got who is the fullback? Johnny Bryant?
No, there's no fullback on it. There's a left tackle.
But he was
though.
a tight end.
There's a left.
The left tackle you guys should remember.
Kendall Lamb.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Against the Titans, I think it was.
We're missing 4 or more?
One of these receivers
Is
came...
Johnny Stanton not on there?
No.
Steven Carlson?
Yes.
Wow.
One of the receivers is a journeyman who was here the back half of Rookie's Baker year.
Oh, it's the real fast dude. Brashad Perriman.
Yes.
Wow.
One of these tight ends...
So we're missing just 2 tight ends, that's it?
Yes.
So they had, who else have they had with Njoku?
Oh, sorry, and one receiver.
One receiver. They had Fells. We got that.
We got to Val.
Yeah. These guys, both of these tight ends were clear never number ones. Like, these are like depth guys.
Who was the Chiefs basketball player that converted to be a tight end? He definitely caught one.
No clue.
One of them is 3 names, if that helps.
Ben Jarvis Greenhouse.
3 names. Could I Google Chiefs tight end converted?
Who was that?
And the other receiver was here at like the back half of Baker's run in Cleveland. He did a guitar celebration when he scored.
Demetrius Harris.
Demetrius Harris, yes.
That's
Or no, we already got Kadero, never mind.
So we need what?
You need a tight end and a receiver.
And the tight end has 3. It's a hyphenated last name.
Hyphenated last name,
What
yes.
was that one Buccaneers tight end that went high?
Is it
and he
Zaire
was
Mitchell
bust?
Patton?
No.
And he was a
I
bust.
think you might be onto something, Ryan.
I don't think he ever played for the Browns, but
Oh, maybe not.
I remember he was a tight end for Tampa.
Oh, not. You're thinking of like Beckham, I think. Not him. This
The
guy.
receivers who's the? Give me a hint on the receiver.
Like fairly unmemorable. He just happened to hang at the back of the receiver room for a couple of years, so like you for sure know his name.
Black or white?
Black. He kind of a funny. It's a memorable
What
name.
year?
I can look up his years,
We
but it was
need
probably
that.
the back half of Baker.
I think I need that.
He was a Brown. He's still in. Actually, is he still? No, he's not still in the NFL. He was a Brown in 2018 and 2019.
So it was the end of. So it was the beginning of.
Oh,
Baker,
it was at the beginning. My memory
beginning of
shit.
Baker's career and the Freddie year.
We drafted him, I believe.
Michael Woods?
No, 6th round 2018. He went to
Oh,
A&M.
it's 2022 we drafted.
Oh, who is that?
Wait, say that again?
6th round went to A&M.
Because that's Baker's draft.
It's Baker's draft, yeah.
So that would have been with Chubb, Corbett. Major 9 is in that draft. Jannard Avery's in that draft.
John's initials?
Yeah.
DR.
Damian Ratley.
Yes.
Wow.
And then the last one is this tight end. Cardinal in 2017, 2018, Brown in 2019, Chief in 2020, Washington football team 2021, out of the league after.
Rename those teams again.
Cardinals for 2 years, Browns in 2019, which was the Freddie year, I want to say, I believe. I could be wrong about that. And then Chiefs, and then Washington.
It is the Freddie year.
He has 3 names?
Yes.
It's going to make me mad, but I have no I
Number
have no
83
guess.
for the Browns.
83 with 2 names.
I'm not going to get it.
No, me
Do you want his
neither.
initials?
Steven Carlson was my...
I
Yeah,
get it.
I'll take
RSJ.
Oh, Ricky Seals-Jones. Damn it!
Ricky Seals-Jones.
That's crazy.
Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for
I
playing.
have not heard the name in forever. All right, Nick, what do you say we tell everybody about FanDuel, unveil our parlay of the day, and then we wrap this up?
Absolutely, guys, because it's NBA tip-off week. FanDuel is your home for live betting. Ricky Seals-Jones.
Ricky mid-read.
Even if you missed it,
Damian Ratley.
No. FanDuel tip-off week. FanDuel, your home for live betting. Even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join our friends at FanDuel because they're giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/bigplay to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. You got to be 21 plus, present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com.
All right, just 3 of us on the show today, which means just a 3-leg parlay, but that's okay. We got Thursday night football. Jack, you know what to do. take it away.
Let's do it. We've been waiting all week for Thursday night, folks. Raiders heading into Mile High to take on the Denver Broncos. We got a little SGP here, plus 494. You don't know Bo, but one thing we know about Bo is he's going for 2.5 rushing yards in the first quarter. #sharp. And then we're going Brock Bowers, anytime touchdown, the big old tight end for the Raiders. Last but not least, we got J.K. Dobbins to go for 50 yards on the ground. Once again, Bo Nix over 2.5 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 50 yards. Brock Bowers, anytime tutty.
Alrighty, you heard it here first. Appreciate everybody tuning into the Big Factor and the Big Play Sports Network. Happy to be back. I'm Ryan Tyler. He's Jack Rourke. He's Nick Padone. We'll be back tomorrow, same-ish people. Same time. Until
Ricky
then, have
Seals
a wonderful.
Jones.
Yeah, maybe he'll be on the show with Delvin Truth and what, Chad P.
Chad P.
Well, we appreciate everybody
The
tuning in.
triumvirate.
We'll be back. Hope you had a wonderful time listening, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out.